Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is the Friday Challenge video, and it's a very special challenge again. I try to make it more and more interesting each week. This one is going to be about characters where they made their first appearance in a comic, and they're on the cover, and they are superheroes. So these are superhero characters that made their first appearance in the comic that I'm showing, and they're going to be on the cover. Okay, so some characters that didn't make the list, that probably people will be like, oh, why didn't that character make the list? Well, their first appearance, they didn't appear on the cover. So that's why they are not on the list. For example, I consider Hulk 180 to be the first appearance of Wolverine. Controversy, but because he's in the book, it says Wolverine, he's in the book. So that's his first appearance, and he makes his first cover appearance in 181. So that's why he didn't make the list. So these are all ones where they were on the cover of their first appearance. So let's get into it. It should be a good list. I ordered them in terms of what I think is their popularity as characters. So I think these are some of the best characters in comics, and you'll see what I mean by that. And these are all primary characters rather than sidekicks. That's another thing. Okay, so we got Starman. I had to have one Golden Age, so I picked Starman as one to show because he is a cool character, and yeah, this is his first appearance in Adventure Comics 61 from 1941, and the cover was done by Jack Burnley. It's a really cool one. I really like this cover, actually. It's one of my favorite covers on the list. I just think it's a cool cover. It just captures that whole superhero thing, and he's going up through the trade dress. I just really like that. So just a really cool cover. So that's number 10 on the list. Now, this is my favorite cover of all the ones that I'm going to be showing you, and it's actually one of my favorite covers of all comics. It's the first appearance of Swamp Thing. I just love this cover. This is House of Secrets 92, first appearance of Swamp Thing. Not the current Swamp Thing. They changed his name. He makes a new appearance. This was sort of a one and done story, but they reuse him. Becomes a new character, but similar story. Just a really cool character. I love the misdirection of this book. The cover. You see the girl, she's like looking all scared as this creature comes in through the window. And you think, oh, the creature's going to obviously kill the girl, right? But that's the misdirection. The creature's there to save the girl. So it's just a really great cover. And I really enjoyed this story as well. So this is one of my favorite. I just love the Bernie Wrightston art. Just really great stuff. And it's this beautiful purple cover. Yeah, just awesome book. Okay, so that's number 9 on the list. Another really great one. Number 8 is Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider made his first appearance in Marvel Spotlight number 5. This is another cool one. This is one of those picture frame covers where you got Ghost Rider literally jumping through the picture frame. It's a very cool cover. And it's just, he's such a cool character. I actually liked the Nicolas Cage movie with Ghost Rider. That's another controversial thing to say. Not many people did. So this is Ghost Rider's first appearance in Marvel Spotlight number 5. And who did the cover? The cover was done by Mike Ploog. Very awesome. And number 7 on the list is Daredevil. This is Daredevil's first appearance in Daredevil number 1 from 1964, I believe. Yes, it is. Just a really cool book. Cool character. By this point, Marvel characters were just hitting every time. It was just like success after success. And Daredevil was just a classic book, just a classic character. I love this one because it not only introduces him on the cover, but also has all the supporting cast on the cover. And you get to see him on the cover as a superhero fighting against bad guys, and you actually see him as his alter ego as well on the cover. The other cool thing about this is this is one of the first, you got maybe Professor X, but this is a blind character. It's kind of a cool thing that they were very progressive for the time, if you think about it. And you can tell that they were really trying to capitalize on the popularity of Spider-Man, because he's also in the book. So Daredevil #1, and this is a Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby cover, very Kirby-esque. This is just a funny thing about Kirby. You can almost spot his style just whenever you see guys with hats. That's just so Kirby. It's so funny. So that's number 6 on the list. Number 5 on the list is Iron Man. Another great character. I really enjoyed the Iron Man movies. I think Robert Downey Jr. really, solidified this character as one of the most popular characters in Marvel. It's just a really cool character. I like the origin story of Iron Man. How he it's like a DUI costume that he builds, and he builds it as a necessity to get out of a very tough situation. So this is Tales of Suspense, number 39 from 1963, and it is another Jack Kirby and Don Heck cover. It's a very cool book. Number 4 on the list. Let me see if I'm counting this right. Number 5. That was number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was number 6. This is number 5. I always miscount. Sorry. Is Thor. Thor is number 5 on the list. Another really great character. I love when, with all these cover first appearances, it's just so cool when you see the character and you see them in action. That's what's really great about this cover. You got Thor really just showing his, how he works. He spins his hammer around. He takes out all the bad guys, and he's taking out these aliens in this case. It's just, and his name is announced on the cover. Just a really cool book. This is Journey into Mystery 83 from 1963 again, or 62 actually, 1962. It's a Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby cover again. Where's the guy with a hat? We got to find a guy with a hat. There's no guys with hats, but maybe one of these little guys. That's another Kirby thing, having little people on the cover. So this a really cool one. I really enjoy this character as well. I was a big fan of Thor Ragnarok. Journey into Mystery 83, first appearance of Thor. This is one like I was saying that during the 60s, during the Silver Age, Marvel was hitting it out of the park every time. Well, almost on that. One character they didn't really do well, in a way, in terms of success, was Hulk. But Hulk has since become a very popular character. And this is the very first appearance of Hulk, Hulk #1. And, it's a gray Hulk. We know now that Hulk is green, and he becomes green in issue #2. But this is just such a cool book. I kind of feel bad for the Hulk that he only ran for 6 issues before getting canceled, but definitely a cool book. And reading back into it, it's not that bad. It was actually a pretty cool story. So we got, this is from, again, 1962. That's sort of a sweet spot with Marvel, like 62, 63, big years for Marvel. And again, this is another Stan Lee story, and Jack Kirby and George Rousseau's cover. It's another cool one. Okay. Number 3 on the list, I feel like it's very Marvel heavy. Well, we got to get some DC on this list. And one of the big characters for DC is the Green Lantern. Now, this is the Silver Age Green Lantern, but this is Hal Jordan. And Hal Jordan was really a original character in many ways, even though he does carry over some of the Golden Age traits of the Ring and so forth. but he really was a cosmic character at this point. It's not the way it was done in the Golden Age, where he's more of a, like, just a one guy with magic, access to magic. Well, this is more of a, you got the idea of the universal core, the whole idea of a much bigger picture to the character, much more beyond Earth elements to the Green Lantern. And, Al Jordan's a pretty cool character. So this is from 1959, and it's the origin first appearance of Green Lantern. And also it was done by Gil Kane, and it's a John Bourne story. So very cool. Green Lantern. And it's a really great cover too. Like the way that the trade dress is green. And this is from Showcase. Another, Showcase is very important for DC. So many great characters made their first appearances in Showcase. And Green Lantern, obviously, was one of those characters. So this is Showcase number 22. Another character that made his first appearance in the Silver Age and in Showcase is the Flash. Now, to me, Flash is one of the big characters from DC. You got Superman, you got Aquaman. Well, Flash is right up there with those superheroes. He's one of the main characters for the Justice League. Just really major character. And this is his first appearance in the Silver Age. It's Barry Allen, a different version than the Golden Age version of the Flash, but much, the stories are much more developed in this, much more interesting. I really enjoy the Silver Age Flash. So this is from 1958. It's Joe Kubert and Carmen Infantino, and again, it's John Bourne cover, or story, I should say. And it's the first appearance and origin of the Flash, Barry Allen. So, and what else does it say? Actually, it says more than that. It says the first appearance of Iris West and the Turtle. The villain that he goes up against is the Turtle. So it's super fast versus super slow, which is kind of funny. And it's the first Silver Age DC superhero. So very cool book. I was super excited to get this one in my collection. It's number 2 on the list. So you're probably wondering, what's number 1? Well, it's kind of obvious. The number 1 superhero, probably one of the big 3, I would say, of all superheroes, is Spider-Man. And many people would argue that he is the number 1 superhero. Probably more popular than both Superman or Batman, who also made their first appearances on the cover, but I don't have either books, so that's why they're not on the list. It's not that I don't appreciate them, it's just that I don't have the books to show. They have to be in my collection to be able to show it. And if anyone wants to send me an Action 1 or a Detective Comics 27, I would gladly accept them. Then I'd put it on the list. But we're going to have to settle for Amazing Fantasy and the first appearance of Spider-Man. And this is from 1962. It's a Jack Kirby cover and Stan Lee's story again. And it says, origin and first appearance of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. First appearance of Uncle Ben and Aunt May. It's a really cool book. And yeah, that's why it's number 1 on my list. Now, if you want to participate in this challenge, all you have to do is show covers, cool covers with superheroes on them. If you want to take that extra step of showing superheroes' first appearances where they're on the cover, then do it. That'd be cool. I always love seeing what other people come up with for these challenges. Actually, there was a lot of characters that made their first appearances on the cover. I think this should be a pretty good challenge where people can show some under-the-radar keys with cool first appearances of superheroes. So I'd love to see what people can come up with. All you have to do is use the hashtag #FridayComicChallenge, and if you want, you can put me in the link in the description to this channel, and I get a notification that you've created a video. So do that, and I'll check it out. So again, thanks everyone for watching. Bye for now.